Hi Cancers, thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Carrot 144, very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their sun, moon, rising sign in the zodiac sign of Cancer. Unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For your reading, I will be doing a 3-card spread of love, money, and you, and then we'll get a major arcana card. And then we'll get a card from the End of the World as We Know It deck created by me that has the lunar moon phases and zodiac signs. Everything has been pre-shuffled. So let's go ahead and begin. Alright, let's get... Oh, and then I have a channel title here for you. You can't make someone like you. Let's get your first card for love. And that's going to pertain to every single section. For Cancer. Love card for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Love card for Cancer. No confusion, no options. Seven energy, 7th house energy of Libra. Cups will be your energy. And then also Scorpio, Pisces, and a Fucus. This having to do with your moon energy, your internal knowing. Having faith in this and what it is that you've been shown versus that of what others have wanted you to believe as a part of some manipulation. And that being no longer, and this could apply for you or a love interest or the both of you. Where I do see that here with the High Priestess and a Hierophant. The 2 High Priestess and then the 5 being a Hierophant. And I'm getting you both being in hangman mode when it comes to bullshit and past situations, anything from your past that's been toxic. There being no confusion and no options. No one's an option. Let's get your money card for Cancer. Judgment in reversed. I don't get this being anything connected to 3D. I get there, it just saying no judgment. Judgment being in reverse, it's going to be a no judgment. And so I get this being an elevated message. Take what resonates. It's going to apply differently for every single person. And then this is a card of 20. This is also another reversal. So I do get strong Scorpio, a Fucus energy. I don't get anything toxic with this. I get this being about the elevated message. And the deep internal depths of where this is coming from. Speaking to your energy as a water sign and being very deep. Like, I've given a lot of attention to Scorpio energy with these reversals, but you're also water signs, and I feel that you, as Cancer zodiacs, go the deepest, beyond the deepest, in your own way, because I'm also getting Pisces doing the same thing, each of you being unique when it comes to the water. And so I feel this is significance connected to your water sign energy. And then we do have a 2. So I do get that being associated with what's here. Then also Gemini energy with the 20 breaking down to a 2. That also being the energy of 2 of Cups. So there may have been past breakups that have taken place in order to move into something new. And then I use this deck for a reason. The Melanated Classic Tarot deck. So the color brown is going to be significant. Skin color may be also significant or not even be a factor. Is also what I'm picking up. And that being a part of the no judgment. And it could, I mean, there could be some 3D stuff that's kind of like almost like it's a part of like the scenes of a movie. It's just, they're just happening, they're just there. But I feel a lot of you being in your own worlds above and beyond, and being in a very galactic love relationship partnership. And I also, as I say that, notice the clouds. Like, come on. So I get this also being a completion towards karmic ending, karmic cycles, there being some awakenings, and then something significant happening in your money. Very significant. And for the very much better. As the angel is present here, regardless of whether this is reversal or not. Again, I get this message going beyond the 3D. As far as whether it's a reversal or not. If any reversal energy is going to take precedent, it's again going to relate to you being a water sign. And the depths of the meaning of these cards coming through in each section here. Being very distinct too. Like, I know I've talked a lot so far for both cards, but the first messages that have come through are going to be that. I also picked up, this being about someone who loves you for you, likes you for all your quirks, everything that is of you, that is about your makeup, and that being very attractive, just being appreciated for the way that God made you. Seen for that and also appreciated, and then very much loved because of it. Let's get your U card for Cancer. Here's the Hangman. And it's in reverse. So I just get this being about the deep love that was coming through here. The enlightenment, the internal knowing, the abundance, the divine conduit energy, the partnership of the electric and the magnetic coming from the blue and the red. The 12 energy. I do see this being the High Priestess and the Hierophant again, but the Hierophant going through a transformation of some sort. And there being some enlightenment to the truth. The Sun energy is going to be significant also here too. This will be a card of Pisces. 12th house energy. This is the above and beyond energy. We also picked up Pisces for this reading. As a part of the water energy, I do get it being a good collective energy. But this also being about the dreamy state, the imaginative state, the free-spirited energy, the spirituality, the abundance. Jupiter being the ruler of Pisces. Jupiter also being the ruler of Sagittarius, so that could be significant also too. The 12 energy that comes together to create a 1 and 3. Or excuse me, the 1 and 2 creating the 3. I was going to say that being a part of the world card energy, but I'm also getting Empress energy with the 3 energy. And then I was picking up that 1 and 2, and that's why I said 3, but the 1 and 2 energy from this 12, also speaking to the world card energy as well, with the world card being a 21 and that being 2 and 1, which also makes 3. And then that being associated with what we have here, which I also, overall, this is all going to be connected with the 12 energy and the High Priestess and the Hierophant energy being connected with what was coming through here. And that Hangman being channeled. With the energy of these cards here and what I've seen. All right. That. All right, and then 33 is also wanting to come through. I'm hearing the Empress, that power doubled, mastery, and then it being connected to the inner workings of divine union between masculine and feminine balance. The 12th house energy with Pisces being the last house will also speak to the new coming through into the first, and that being Aries. All right, and let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Five of Cups. Major regret. There being some regret over this Three of Cups, these spilled cups here. And it doesn't have to be a third-party situation. It could be, but it could just be each and every one of these attempts, finding that each of these relationships and partnerships were about learning about selfishness. There may have been some drinking involved. I do see karma, this being connected to karma, karmics. Someone could have 3 different baby mamas or baby daddies. I'm getting more of the baby mama energy. That being a part of some patternistic programming connected to the divine masculines who have brown skin. There being no judgment for this. I'm getting that coming from divine feminine, and that understanding and the knowing that everything we experience in each lifetime is for a reason, for a special purpose, and that purpose being something that we signed up for ourselves, for our own selves, to want better and to do better for ourselves in the lifetime that we've been given the opportunity to be a part of. And then this 5 energy is just going to confirm the Hierophant energy that I got here. The divinity and the aura of this Hierophant being right here, speaking to that greater spirituality, and why I wasn't getting a negative connotation with these reversal energies. That also speaking to the white light that also belongs to the darkness. They go hand in hand. But the divine feminine and that power of being able to see the truth of one, seeing the good, and that being a choice too, choosing to see the good. That being a part of some strong Venus energy, so that Roman numeral 5 could also represent that. And with the 3D programming and this reversal V, that being about, black men, I'm getting not really believing in themselves, starting on a foundation from childhood that has dysfunction connected to it, and then that just leading up to greater and harder lessons as one gets older. So coming into realization of this, that being a part of the awakening energy, and rendering and healing from this, having recognition and awareness of this so that it can be healed from and moved on from, where there is that focus on that standing strong foundational energy of Two of Cup partnership, and believing that that actually does exist because God wants that for us, wants us to be happy. There's 2 suns around each of these cups, The Sun card is the happiest card of the deck. This is also Leo energy to actually show that that Sun energy is from within. Even if you don't have strong Leo in your chart, we have all of the signs, that being the Pisces energy, mastery of all signs. And that's probably where I got that 33. Now that I say that, I realize that the polarity from Pisces is Virgo. And Virgo being very much associated for a lot of my readings from the past to 33. And that 3-3 creating a 6 house energy is Virgo. It's also going to be the next step after the 5, a movement forward. So that being the depth, everything that I just spoke on was super deep, and I get that being a part of what's here. And there being some happiness, there being some brighter days, going through some darkness to get to the light. Where the light is already there, just being about working through that to be able to see more of the light, be more of the light. So take what resonates, and then cups will be your energy again. With these cup cards, we also have 12 and 12, this being a card of Pisces. And that 12 is a 3, and that 12 is a 3. So you have 33 again. And then I picked that up here with the 12 and the 21 also too. So very strong energy. I get this speaking to that betterment and the balance of the 12-12, going from the 12 and the 21 of karmic completion to the 12 and the 12 of an actual match and balance and union, and that 2 of Cups. That's beautiful. Your very loving energies also too. That's very beautiful. Let's get your major arcana. This is, I get strongly to divine masculine being in great appreciation for the understanding and the understanding coming from counterpart energy of their divine feminine, but that also being about that recognition of that femininity from within them. That is so dope. Major arcana for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. That was beautiful. Wow. That's amazing. All right, so we have the Chariot and the High Priestess. The High Priestess came through in the last reading for Gemini, and it was with the Death card. Here, I see that same energy of that Death card and the transformation, and this being about that divine femininity recognition from within the divine masculine. In the upright energy, you have the 7 energy that's here, speaking to the High Priestess and the Hierophant. And then the confirmation of the High Priestess energy being right here with the 2. The recognition of that femininity from within the Hierophant energy being in the 5. And you have the 5 here. We're going to see what's at the bottom here. This is so beautiful. The Chariot traditionally is about taking respite, sitting, observing, analyzing. But what I get here from this card, again, is that recognition and awareness of divine femininity from within and the power and the upholding of the divine feminine from within divine masculine. Realizing that this goes back many, many lifetimes connected to ancient Egypt. Silver and gold are going to be significant. I do get that being connected to the treasure, finding the treasure from within, and then seeing this and realizing and experiencing this on the out with the beautiful High Priestess energy that is their counterpart. Here's that Sun energy also here too, speaking to the masculine energy, but also the Leo energy that's from within. The Chariot could also be about winning, but I don't necessarily get that. I just get a strong, elevated sense of the partnership that's very divine here. This possibly even being related to an ancestor energy, where it could be grandmothers, matriarchal energy, and then the energy of divine masculine and divine feminine being in the Sphinx energy, and honoring ancestors. And in doing so, it's also about the honoring energy of the feminine. Libra energy, Venus is the ruler of Libra, and also Taurus. And we have strong Taurus here with the 5 and the 5th month energy being connected to Taurus, and then 2 second house energy being associated as well. And then I'm also getting Leo and Gemini energy, again with the Leo, but then the Magician energy being significant also too, where I get that being about the recognition of divine masculine from the High Priestess energy. And that belief and that understanding and understanding of who their divine counterpart, seeing the good from within them, who they really are and truly are from within. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers reversed. Now, I don't get this being about lack of harmony. I get this being about something that has yet to come into the physical. 6 energy, this will be the Virgo energy and the 33 energy. We have that strongly here with all the reversals here. Given that this is in reverse, I do get this being about the greater that's coming through as the transformation is taking process here. This being the next step, I'm getting into a new phase and a new cycle coming from that Death card. And the completion of the 3s coming through connected to the World card. And then also what we have here. It could even be about that breakup energy, 3D wise, with that 6 association and that being karmic energy, 6 of Cups. And I know this is the Lovers, but it's also in reverse. So the yet happening of this upright energy because of a 6 energy, where I'm getting the 6 of Cups. This will be a card of Gemini also here too. So with that reversal Gemini energy, that will speak to blocking, manifesting, things that have been blocking, and I'm just getting it being karmics. And then that Magician energy coming through with this being a card of Gemini, where I pick that up here in the recognition of that Gemini energy from within divine feminine. That being the power of being a high priestess also here too, but being very much connected and associated with their Hierophant here in the Chariot. Which I get, again, with the ancestor energy, that being why this is so divine and how it just goes back to many, many lifetimes. And then the 2 people here, I get that 2 energy being associated with what's here, 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 and then also here with the 2 of Cups. And then even the Judgment. You have a lot of 2s. So I do get Capricorn energy and the Capricorn reading applying to the amount of 2 energy. I did a reading with 5 2s as a title for Capricorn not too long ago. That reading might be significant connected to this reading here. And it's bringing me to the title again, You Can't Make Someone Like You. So evidence of true soulmates I'm getting being factual, it being shown, it being seen. Something that's not forced, that's just universally being supported and happening. Something that goes back many lifetimes, that's destined. And as I'm saying that, the 7 and the 2 energy come together to create Sagittarius energy, 9th house energy, and that being polarity energy to the Gemini energy. There's a formation here from the Divine Feminine that's like this here. So what's the difference? The masculine being present but not being present, and I feel that's why the strength of the 5 and the 2 coming together speaks to that balance and what's happening here for divine feminine and divine masculine. And this just confirming what I said about this having yet to come into physical. But it happening because it's present here, showing the process. Again, let's get your final card. Good for you, Cancers. So with what is coming through that's new for you and that's going to be a part of a divine counterpart partnership here is the toxicity being filtered out, and the phase and the process. There being greater awareness, there being greater healing, purity, moving away from what does not serve, recognition of the divinity, and moving much more into that. Things taking time, like I'm also getting divine timing. Could be the Sagittarius energy also being twin flame energy with the Temperance energy, and that being a card of Sagittarius. Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Chariot. That's your card also here too. I should say that as well. The card of Cancer. One more card for Cancer. Oh, I love that. And that landed right on the High Priestess, where that energy of that High Priestess being seen physically here without their masculine. They're always going to be connected and together. I feel that also is why that message of the 5 and the 2 being together here, there's no confusion, no options, is trying to be reiterated and made very, very clear here. But this is beautiful. The disseminating moon comes a little bit after the full moon. It's right before the balsamic phase. With disseminating moon, we have wisdom, self-love, returning. Keywords will be heal, share, and the distinct word that I noticed while this was on the High Priestess card is returning. So someone returning. We are coming into a Mercury retrograde period, but I was picking that up initially without the Mercury retrograde energy of someone from a past life that you've been soulfully connected to, physically being manifested here. Both you and your person physically manifesting one another. I feel the divine feminine is going to be a little further ahead in the process here. The divine masculine coming through with a transformative process. So the keywords will be heal, share, teach, communicate, demonstrate, release, review, amend. And a lot of that was mentioned here, so it's the process. The process of what's real and what's true and what's meant to be, what's aligned in the stars. The truth of the 3 energy and the 3 hearts I do see here, that being connected to the understanding coming from the divine feminine as an empress, also a magician, and that great knowing of what's here in that Gemini magician energy card with the lovers reversed, and knowing their truth. Despite, what wants to be depicted or what one can see as one's perspective given the level that they're on. And then let's see what's at the bottom. Taurus. All right. So that could be significant for you. We did have a lot of that energy with the 2 energy, second house energy, with no judgment, and the money energy. That could also be significant, I'm getting, but this will be the strong Hierophant energy and the representation of what's coming through for that process for the divine masculine and the abundance that's meant to be here. This is beautiful. So for the Taurus card, we have diamonds, fab and gorgeous. The color for Taurus will be green. Here's another heart that came through significantly. And then Taurus, I put here luxury, comforts, beauty, biz, getting it, ultra, double. Here's the 2. So that being great power from both you and your person here in a very divine connection. This is beautiful. Beautiful. We have another heart that's up here too with the diamonds. So 2 hearts, 2 of cups. I also get that too. Wonderful. This is beautiful, Cancers. Good luck to you all as you're coming into something that is coming into fruition here for you beautifully and very much deserving. I get the journey has been a very thorough one. And so, congratulations to a lot of you who are resonating with this. There's great realization here, especially with that title, You Can't Make Someone Like You. Take what resonates for that also, too. I feel that's going to be distinct for everyone as well. So, Cancers, this was your reading. I hope that these messages were helpful, enlightening, empowering, and enriching here for you. I thank you all so much for your continued love and support. Welcome to all new subscribers, and until we meet again, I wish you all the very best. Take great care. I love you. Peace.